What is up, Kingsmen? Merry Christmas. I hope you guys had a great holiday. I am bringing you a cool battle. Just like any of my other battles, none of them have not been cool, I should say. No, I'm just kidding. Some have been more disappointing than others. But today, I am bringing a Prussia, Russia versus France battle. Now, this one is going to be massive. Russia and Prussia both bringing massive armies, like a ton of troops on this battlefield. You have Ruchel, probably butchering that like I do everything else. Brunswick, maybe not butchering that as much. Bagration, I believe, and Constantine. And as you can see, they've kind of had a little split with the army. Constantine is sending a 12-pounder with 2 of the guard infantry and 2, just I believe, a musketeer and then a general line infantry, as well as some horse artillery and then dragoons and their heavier Russian cavalry, I believe supported by the general. So Constantine is actually going to be providing somewhat of a diversion while the rest of the Russians, along with the rest of Constantine's cav, are going to be rolling this direction. And as you can see, it's a mix-up, I believe, of mainly Bagration, but a little bit of Constantine sending some of their cavalry and infantry over here. Kind of splitting himself up just slightly. So already Prussia, with the masses of cav, is pushing over here. I mean, they are bringing a ton. They have cuirassiers. Oh my goodness, that's 1, 2, 3. 3 so far. I see some dragoons as well, and hussars. So they're going to be doing a lot of scouting and hopefully taking on this French. Now let's take a peek at the French. Not going to see a whole lot, but as you can see, we have Mortimer. Oh, there you go. So there is an Italian army, and these are like their custom armies. Actually, it looks like the coalition, the Prussians and Russians, are using corps, and the French are using custom armies. You have Ney and Jean-Baptiste and Eugene. Yeah, not a grand name. So France will be advancing. We don't know where they're going. France probably is going to go for this road, but so is Prussia. In fact, Prussia is gunning for it, sending a lot of their cav this direction. But of course, they're going to scatter over here because they do have more infantry marching down this road, and they want to cover that as they sent the hussars and a general. Gosh, that is kind of risky. If the French had anything fast-moving, they could take out that general and ruin the Prussians. Prussians bring in some decent infantry here. They have some grenadiers backing up these line infantry, who 2 of them can form squares, so that's promising, as well as some skirmishers. And we're starting to see our first appearance of French cavalry. This is not a lighter unit, but it's a small unit of French cav, Ville Garde, which, well, it'll be a decent number, but it's more for scouting, I would assume. You never want to throw a force like that into a full-on head charge against any cav unless you have flanking, and these usually are the guys you'd want to flank, although they're pretty slow-moving. So it looks like Prussia is staking claim and actually pushing up rather aggressively here. They're running up their cav. They're probably hoping to bully the French into moving. But here is some artillery over here somewhere from France, which is going to start firing at this Prussian heavy cav and actually taking out 5 cav units. So, scaring them off maybe a little bit. And now they're going to be under fire, but they're going to definitely move out of there and let the infantry deal with the artillery pushing up. Over here, we have some more dragoons. Larger unit, 91. I've always loved the large units. Cuirassiers backing them up. And then, of course, this Prussian army pushing up along this road. Prussia and Russia are pushing along this road. And let's not forget the wild card, guys. This small little force. In fact, I hear some charging here. Okay, so we had some lancers that kind of got caught by some Russian cav here. Some hussars. But I think they may actually try to get away here. Maybe pull the Russians into a trap. They lost a couple, making the rest of the Russians rush up. No pun intended. But the Russians are going to rush up and cover this side. This is going to be a natural kind of divider for the army. You can have men on this side or this side. Now, you got to know that the French are right over here. So you got to be super cautious here. The French cav's going to be hovering. You have some more French cav, some lancers. These they're kind of Polish with the general, of course, Mortier. I don't know. He's going to be ensuring that his men do not break. And I wonder if the French are going to go for this. There's, of course, a bridge. I don't think there's any other way to get across to this LOC. And this has a 4-pointer right over here. Now, of course, the French, I believe, can go across this bridge. So, it's going to be kind of difficult for them to for the Russians to hold them back. And actually, the Russians don't seem to be really pushing up here. If anything, it looks like they're pushing across the river now. Maybe they second guess themselves. Okay, we're not going to do that. So they're going to push up with the rest of Bagration. And this battle is still going to take a while to really get going. We have some Prussian artillery pieces, 2 of them. A total of 7 guns. Moving up with the infantry. And, of course, the cav is watching out for any surprise attacks from other French cav or Italian cav. The Italians are going to be bringing some decent cav as well, so there's someone to watch out for. Russia is pushing up some of their infantry. They can't form a square, but they can push up to this town maybe. I've not seen a single bit of French infantry yet. Just some cav, so they're definitely doing a good job. Ooh, what do we got here? We got those skirmishers shooting, and they haven't taken out anybody yet, but the fact that they're shooting at these lights, and I like how France is kind of hiding their movements by having so much cav pushed way out. It's going to force the Prussians to not be able to see unless they fight. They can't get a peek without it costing them. And, it looks like we actually are going to have Russia pushing over here. They have their horse artillery. They have some light hussars, I believe, of backing up these cavalry, these heavier cav with these dragoons. And this is kind of like a guard cav unit, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but... Oh, here we go, guys. Some chasseurs, maybe being exposed, maybe not going to get involved. And we have some artillery now who is being spotted. And all of a sudden, the French have been revealed ever so slightly. These skirmishers, of course, reforming, having cav push up. The lancers, as well as the Grenadier Cheval. Oh, that is a really good cav unit. They're going to be careful. And, of course, Russia is going to be pushed. Or, gosh, Italy is pushing up as well, probably on this flank. We have this horse artillery, really good unit of horse artillery that is already putting pressure on Russia and forcing them to put their cav back. Russia has taken this LOC, and it looks like they're going to hold. They have Prussia advancing with their infantry. You also have more artillery. They need to watch out their artillery doesn't get sniped by French artillery. You don't want to lose them before this battle even starts. As you've seen in previous videos, artillery can totally force a battle to be lost or won so fast. So Russia has a hussars over here, or a hussar type unit, kind of hiding in these trees but trying to get a good look at what the French are trying to do. And I like the aggressive push to the road. This road is going to be an easy way to move troops back and forth along this road here to reinforce your ally. If they're needing troops over here, you can rush men along this road and boom, get on their flank, or vice versa. And, okay, Russia is here. Russia is at the town, basically. And Prussia has pushed up to this town and is going to set up around it, so there's not going to be a whole lot. We have an artillery piece over here. That's a large artillery piece. I'm not sure who they're going for. Maybe some cavalry from Prussia over here. But, yeah, they have lots of cav here. Just in case, saving some of your cav, especially the stuff that's good against the heavier French cav, may be good, and let your lines kind of do battle and just defend your infantry line. As you can see, already utilizing this road, they're just moving along it at a very rapid pace. It's almost double the marching speed. And look at how gorgeous that is. And now they're going to possibly advance all the way to the other town. Who knows? But anyway, enough about cool-looking stuff. I would assume that maybe Prussia doesn't... They do have an army over here. As you can see, two of the Prussian armies, one of them is going to hold this village, one of them is probably going to join up with the rest of his forces over here, and actually, it looks like Prussia is advancing. Yeah, they are totally advancing to the attack here. Backed up by some Russians. We have some skirmishers and some guard units that can form square. It would be massive help here. And, oh man, these poor Prussians already getting chewed up by artillery. They need to watch out and have cav backing them up because that's going to be a problem very fast if French cav hit them. Now, this is a massive artillery emplacement, and you want to guard that. I mean, if you don't guard that, that's just sad. You know, that's huge. Already, as you can see, guys, the Prussians are getting hit with so much artillery fire, knocking down a ton of them, not killing as many, but they are going to go on a glorious advance, taking on this artillery emplacement, which is shooting from two sides. So they are really going to be getting hit hard here, and I like this aggressive push, though. You usually don't see this. Usually enemies will just, or, you know, factions usually just sit back and just hope that the other men attack you, but he who attacks first has the initiative. Now, they are going to be getting chewed up. My goodness, this is going to be a mess. They are going to get chewed up by artillery, as there's so much artillery opening up here on them. These poor Prussians. And actually, I hear a cav. Yep, we got some cav going in, maybe trying to take out these guns, like I said. But Prussia knows this is the juiciest target you've ever seen, and they are scaring them off, letting them know, yeah, no, these guns are here to stay. You got to deal with us first. And all of a sudden, France comes out of the tree line. Boom! Everybody, look at this. Oh, so we have a general who's getting shot by some artillery here, as they maybe don't have another target. Now, Prussia's going to have to form up to meet them. In all this artillery, guys, this is going to be a problem for the French player. This is going to start hitting and blasting at these massive columns here. That is what you want to go for, the general. Prussia is actually going to fall back because it looks like they may be getting flanked here. And France is going to be advancing from two sides at once. And this battle is starting to heat up. France not even pausing on this side. It looks like they're going to be actually pushing for the village. So this could be an advantage for Prussia if France gets too greedy and pushes this direction, and these infantry are just going to get pounded into the dirt by the artillery. Prussia definitely needs to fall back and not engage right now, as their flank is massively exposed here. Already you can see a bunch of infantry getting blasted to pieces, cav and infantry. And oh my goodness, this is getting good, guys. This is getting good. Artillery over here, 7 guns opening up on this line. And it looks like we have some French artillery as well pulling up. They're going to, I would put them right here. There's a river. It's kind of difficult to charge across. But look, here comes France, and Prussia is ready to meet them. Oof. Yeah, if I was France, I'd be a little nervous. With all that artillery shooting at you, Prussia has an excellent position. In fact, it looks like they're going to be advancing, and maybe France is the one who's going to be caught out of line. Over here, we have Russia forming up here. If they could swing on this flank, maybe they can outflank this attacking force by France. It really looks like France is not sure what to do yet, and it looks like Prussia knows what to do. Prussia deciding to push up. We got some French artillery now opening up, paying back for what their men got shot by the Prussian artillery. Now they're going to duke it back out. The duel. That's what I meant to say. Oh man, this is getting epic. This is realistic. Oh my goodness. So here is the other French army going for the village on this left side. That I would be concerned about. This could easily push back this Prussian line. And they are advancing, making a solid push here. The coalition is going to have to readjust in order to form up. They may have a flank over here, but France has the flank over here. This artillery still getting shot to pieces. By the Prussians. They're getting shot to pieces, but they are replying in kind. Are these guys cheering? Yeah, they're cheering. Oh, they're excited. Alright, so Prussia is rushing to mobilize. This is really smart of France. They're moving their artillery up with the infantry. And they can start punching holes, evening this battle for themselves. Now, they're getting shot in the flank by, these skirmishers. But if they rush in that house with some solid grenadiers, they can easily take it. Although there are grenadiers, it looks like, in the house as well. And it looks like France is going to give the order to advance. 3 regiments are going to advance on this Prussian line. They do have reserves, but it's just the 3. This is going to hurt. Quite a bit, probably, if I were to guess. And we got Cav rushing in for the artillery. No, general. Going for a general. Oh my goodness, that is bad. This French general, or this Prussian general, but get out of there. At the same time, engaging this line over here, as well as engaging over here. And Italy looks like they are forming up to fight Prussia. And Prussia maybe wants to withdraw to the tree line. This is going to be a problem. They are not going to hold her well. They don't have the reserves. As you can see, already some of their cheaper units are starting to waver. They're concerned. They're shaken. They've lost men. I would not hold right here. And they are going to be falling back. At the same time, France is going to start advancing. They're sneaking around the flank here with most of their infantry. They have, the Guard of Paris. This is a really good unit to have in reserve. These guys can rush in and just, they lost a couple. They lost one. What a pity. He was a fine fellow. So Prussia is still holding this line. This is kind of a flank they can work at with France right here, kind of extended out. But it does look like Prussia is going to fall back a little bit so that they don't lose out. Now, where's the artillery shooting? Oh, wow. They have the perfect vantage point. As you can see, they are shooting this French line to pieces. It's down to 83 men. And that's what you want. You want to focus on that general, that line general. And actually, if you look over here, these 2 units of National Guard, these would be better to be having in the back lines or having men behind them, because they are just going to waver already. They don't hold a candle to the Prussians. So they may break if they get a volley by this Grenadier unit, as I like that the Prussians have some really good units in this town to hold. Some Musketeers actually moving up too. I don't know what they're doing. Over here, France is just making a solid push. Prussia being very, very good about... Oh, we got a bunch of cav pushing through here. Prussia's reforming this side, but pushing out with some heavy cav going against the National Guard cav. It's going to be an easy break. If they can hit them before they fire a volley, and they do, they will... Ooh. That's still going to hurt quite a bit. But I think Prussia sees this as an opportunity to follow it up with some Grenadiers. Maybe they can form square when the Cuirassiers get here, because this is going to become a huge mosh pit of fighting here. As you can see, this is where the action is happening. Yep, the Grenadiers forming a square. The Cuirassiers are going to run against that square, and it's going to cause a morale debuff for them, as they're now going to suffer against these squares. This National Guard is probably going to waver and break, and all the reserves for Italy and France are going to have to form back up here. Over here, we have some Cuirassiers as well pushing up here. Prussia is kind of having to fold, and look at this. Where are these guys going? This is really good infantry that I honestly... They can't form square. Not all of them can. I I would not keep pushing them up here. I would swing on the flank. You can crush this whole side. But anyone can do different things. That is the beauty of this game, doing a different strategy. Now, Russia isn't really doing a whole lot. In fact, well, they are shifting over some troops, but they aren't really doing a whole lot here. I think they've realized that the main fighting is going to happen over here. And so they have to help hold this line. Prussia being the main one to hold this line. Italy punching holes in their line. But actually, Prussia is doing an excellent job of holding. I don't know why these guys aren't really firing. Maybe they're just out of range. This is very odd to see France not fighting, especially with such good units. That's very odd. I'm not sure what's going on there. It could be a lag. I sometimes play as the UK. Will lose out on that sort of thing. My infantry just won't fire. But here we go. We got some infantry rushing in, trying to take the building. France is pushing to the tree line. It looks like their French infantry are still trying to circle around here. And I think the Guard Cav and Prussia and Russia are going to form up a bunch of Cav maybe to hit this flank. Yeah, I'm not sure what Prussia is trying to do here, but they have held the village thus far, although it's looking a little sketchy now. These grenadiers, this grenadier unit is probably going to easily hold against these French line infantry. And over here, it looks like France and Italy are doing a coordinated advance now. Going to take on the Prussians, who've been holding for so long now. Oh, well, so much for that. Ooh, that's just beautiful. So they're going to advance. They're going to probably pour in some volleys of their own. Oh, that's beautiful. And now is a classic line battle. Look at that. That's just so beautiful. I don't know who will win this, to be honest. I mean, France has some pretty solid moves here. Over here, a lot of Cav rushing in on both sides. Some Cuirassiers on both sides as well. Excuse me. I don't know. There's a bunch of infantry rushing in, too. And Cav in a stagnant battle may not do very well. Some Cav went against some line infantry from France who could not form square. Prussia is going to push up on this. Try to see if they can't take the initiative here. And actually, it does look like Prussia is winning this. They did form a square here, and now they're going to pull the Cuirassiers into this square. Of course, if France is paying attention, they will notice that that's what's happening to them. And they will fall back, which is exactly what they're doing. And now looks like they're going to get attacked in the rear. And that could be concerning for them. Some Cuirassiers pushing up, and France is kind of stopped here, stopped by a massive cav from Prussia and Russia. Over here we got some National Guard kind of sitting in the side. We got three line infantry, three regiments of French pushing up in the center. Russia may have to fill in this gap here, as this is a massive potential flank now. But Russia, oh man, look how many Russian units are here. Over here, I will say, Prussia is doing an excellent job of fighting when they definitely are outnumbered and outmaneuvered right now. They are doing an excellent job of holding. They're doing what they can. And they have not broken against, I think these are two different French players that have been pushing up. Yeah, you have right here pushing on them, 11 and 10 pushing on them. Over here, the stagnant line battle seems to be going in the favor of France, just ever so slightly, as these Prussians aren't going to do well in a prolonged line battle against France. And actually, it looks like they're pulling back. Maybe time to send in some cavalry and hit these infantry who can't do anything. You know, you have some really good cav right here, some Cuirassiers. Stick them right here and then hit this whole line. Stretch them out and hit this whole line. It'd be beautiful. Over here, Italy should be putting pressure right here, I think. You know, put pressure on the whole line. Don't attack in just little areas. You want to overwhelm and make them have to multitask. It looks like we got some more cav rushing in maybe over here against a bunch more line infantry that cannot form square here. This is concerning. And of course, the Grenadiers Cheval are going to rush in as well. But actually, these Cuirassiers are going to push back, trying to stop. Ooh, that may have gotten some friendly troops there. I think they got some friendly fire here. And this village has become a heated spot on this map. Russia is actually pushing up here. We got some cav charging in, going against some dragoons. Some dragoons against dragoons. But Russia is definitely having the advantage as they charged the French dragoons. And they have reserves, some more dragoons who are going to come up. But Russia needs to pull back with Prussia, and they need to form up together. So far, not a whole lot has really changed in this battle. I still know who's going to win. But here we go, guys. Finally, Italy's deciding this is enough. We need to deal with these guns, and oh my goodness, they're going to make it. They chose a moment when there was so much else going on elsewhere, and they are going for the guns. They are probably going to at least break. Oh my goodness. I think a general is going to rally and inspire them, and they did not lose their artillery. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened, guys. But Prussia saved their guns.
All men are running,
Over here, unfortunately, it looks like Russia lost some cav. They may lose some more because here come the Cuirassiers who are going to hit these guys in the flank. And these dragoons may break the French dragoons, but no, they're not going to. There's a general sitting right smack dab here. Jean-Baptiste is sitting right here. We have a general, Bagration, who's hoping to maybe inspire his men. Instead, oh, they did break. The dragoons did break, so if these dragoons can get away from these Cuirassiers, they're slightly faster, so if they can make them tired, then it'll be well worth it. This line battle, guys, still holding. We have some light infantry from Russia trying to hold this flank. Prussia is still trying to hold here. Looks like a general got caught in the front lines and got shot to pieces. But he's not dead. He just ran. Over here, artillery still firing. Italy needs to do something here. They are just skirmishing. Unless they're hoping that the flank is going to turn favorable for them, which isn't a ridiculous notion. That is by no means a ridiculous notion. So these Cuirassiers definitely did the work. They routed the Prussian cav on this flank, and now are going to be able to protect the French as they attack. They're not going to be outflanked and destroyed. Prussia falling back. They definitely are conceding that they are losing this village. But they're going to fall back lest they be separated. And that is wise. They have artillery that can set up this line battle. I wonder where France is going, because now all I see is Italy. Yeah, all I see is Italy. Italy's the only one fighting on this front. There's some skirmishers from Russia, some Prussian line infantry, more Russian. Oh, they're going to charge. These dragoons are going to charge out and go for some light militia. They may actually hit them. Oh, no, they broke. But I think the impact still hurt this militia, as these guys are pretty cheap. There's some pretty cheap infantry here, so I think they figured might as well try to go for this artillery. Oh, we have some light infantry sneaking up here. The Russians doing some bayonet charges. Oh, we got some friendly fire here. We got some cav as well, so maybe someone formed a square. Nope. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. This is going to be messy. This is becoming a messy flank. Prussia still falling back over here. Russia has fallen back as well, and France has a massive advantage on this flank. They just have the good infantry, and they have lots of it. So Prussia needs to hold and buy time for maybe Italy to be surrounded and defeated, or I don't know. I don't know what needs to happen here. France may be advancing over here. That may be a thing. Got horse artillery still way over here. I wonder what they're going for. But actually, Russia is pushing over here. And they're pushing on France. And France is now going to have to try to hold. As over here, they've kind of worked themselves into a kind of wave. Losing the town, sort of. They still have it technically, for now. They're still trying to hold this flank over here. Not looking really well for them. They have artillery set up, some 12-pounders. And they're going to try to maybe hold. They have the guard standing in some pretty small lines here. Hopefully going to get some shots off. Oh, I saw that. I saw that kill. Did Jean-Baptiste just die? I think he did. And now the staff are like, we need to go back to Paris. We can't do this anymore. So that was massive. France lost their general. That is going to be a concern of theirs later on down the road when they need their general. I can't tell what's going to happen here. This is just so odd. I mean, this is a perfect hill for Prussia. And I don't know what's happening here. I wish I knew. Russia has set up now their 12-pounder. They're going to start shooting. And this is the only thing I do know, is that Russia is pushing up here. They're probably doing some good work against the French and Italians. But here we go. Here's a cav charge going in against against France. And I'm surprised they're not forming square. Yeah, they did form square. Okay, so they're going to fall back now. And here comes some more chasseurs. Some Moya Guard, some Lancers, gonna keep the Russians away.
Our men are running, sir.
Here we go, is French going for the artillery. They are way back here, so hopefully they will survive. Nope. Unfortunately, the French were able to knock out the Russian artillery, fortunately for the French. And that's going to help as this line battle kicks off. Here go those Crusaders going against some Russian cav. Now, this is going to be messy. Oh, as now these light infantry are going to get charged by some Russians. That is not what you ever want to see. These skirmishers are going to do terribly. France has now lost all their cav on this side, and they're going to have to rush up some reserve infantry just to hold this side. And actually, I think they're falling back now. That scared them very easily. France is starting to swing, focusing on this one little line, and this is always bad when you have a line that's exposed to a line being able to shoot on your flank. That will cause enemy to break so fast. But I like how France is getting pushed really hard by Russia. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. They hit so many line infantry at once. Look at that. They're going to break so many. Oh my goodness. They are going to break so many Italian infantry right there. And now a bayonet charge, and Italy is kind of scrambling here. As their infantry is going to get charged by... Oh my goodness, this is a mass rout by the Italian cav, or Italian army. They just lost half of their men to this Russian cav, which that was a beautiful charge there. This cav pushing forward, taking on these lancers, and they cannot do well in prolonged cavalry engagement. And Russia has not lost a single regiment or cav unit so far. So this is huge for this flank. Well played by Russia. This is kind of where it's starting to kick off now. The Lancer's broken. Here's a General Mortier going... What are they doing? Oh, these Grenadier Cheval going in for some Russian cavalry. They're out for blood. They want revenge. The French are scrambling to maybe get their men, the chasseurs, back in line. Maybe take out some Russian line infantry. This is some really good units to have on the flank. These guys will hold, especially if they have a general. But instead, we got now this Grenadier Cheval counter-charging. What are they going for? Okay. Going in and charging this Russian cav. But there is a square which they are running to, so of course they are going to fall back now. Russia still engaging France. They do have them outnumbered, and they do have the cavalry. So actually, they're going to do a charge against these. Oh no. These chasseurs were unable to form square here. Or did they? I think they did. But bayonet charge the square, and you will wreck these chasseurs. Let's make sure we're not missing other parts of the battle. It's just a stagnant line battle for now. Russia and Prussia are losing this line battle against some vastly superior French line infantry. So they're going to fall back, reform the line once again. Their only hope is that this flank can work out in their favor. As you can see, these chasseurs are going to be crushed, as now they're in square formation, and they are not going to be able to fight very well against the Russian bayonets. So once again, more French breaking. I like this battle. It is going so back and forth. One side is winning, one side isn't. And the Russians just keep pushing for this flank here. Now they can maybe pin down these chasseurs. Well, this is these chasseurs. They are a general. This is a general line infantry. And they are going to either have to keep running, or they are going to they're going to now form square. No, they do not even get a chance to form square, and they are going to get caught out. And, oh my goodness, this is becoming disastrous for this French flank. More cav rushing in as France is trying to salvage this side. These Grenadier Cheval are having a lot demanded of them at this point. They are trying to hold back an impetuous charge of Prussians and Russians just going in, and they are exhausted now, guys. These guys are not meant to be running around a ton. And they are going to probably get flanked here. And there's infantry mixed in. There's a bayonet charge going against these chasseurs. We have more Russians getting up really nice, close and personal. Prussia should advance on this flank. My goodness.
Now they must break.
Oh, who died? Uh-oh. Mortier, he is dead. That's a mortal blow. Has now, oh man, France is trying to win this side, and Prussia and Russia are just trying to hold, guys. They just gotta hold at this point. Russia and Prussia over here are winning. They're crushing France. In fact, it's forcing some Voltigeurs, some really good French infantry that can be used over here to then fall back over to this side and stop this massive bleed that Russia is inflicting. Of course, Russia needs to be very careful that they do not overextend themselves here. They're going into forest. Their men are probably getting really tired. They're wavering. This is not going to go well here. They're going against... Oh, man, they need to have a general to inspire them if they are going to take this. If they can break these two line infantry, Italy's almost dead. They have a general here, and oh my goodness, they broke them. And now I think some cav is going for the artillery. The rest of this Italian army is going to just keep pushing. They need to crush this army right now, although they are starting to have some breakages over here, guys. Some of their line infantry are getting shot because of this artillery, which is being guarded viciously by cavalry. And oh, it is starting to tell on this French line. This is actually starting to look pretty favorable for the Prussians. They are holding. They are holding like crazy. They are digging in and holding. Oh, they just gotta hold a lot longer though. They can't break soon. And Russia cannot lose here, and all of a sudden they lost. Some fresh cav came in, some fresh infantry came in, and they have managed to stop this, although the amount of Italians and French that have been lost compared to the coalition of Prussia and Russia, I would say that was well worth it. Prussia now is going to advance and try and see if they can't maybe finish off the rest of this Italian force, although they got to worry about this flank now. at least their Cassiers, are going to take out some easy pickings, some artillery, and rush and get the other artillery here. So Italy won't have their claws anymore. They will just have teeth, which still can bite. And it looks like actually Russia is doing something kind of... I like it. They are being really aggressive, and they are going for a flank here. They are going for the throat of this small French army, and look at this. A bayonet charge from Russia is always a terrifying thing to see. Doing some amazing work. Over here, Russia is falling back. Oh, they have a lot of cav, which is gonna... I don't know what they're doing. Don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're gonna try going... I would not go for them while they're in the trees. But actually, Italy... Oh, wait, that's why. They're going for these guys. They are looking to surround and squash this whole side as Russia has sent infantry in who are gonna break them. Yep. They are going in to... Oh, wait. Are they going for artillery? They are going to go for the artillery that's probably been slaughtering them over here. As you can see over here, still Prussia is holding. Props to them. They have been holding a very long time against a lot. France has not been doing... They could be way more aggressive. They have way more troops who can mainly form square, to be honest. So this artillery is... Ooh, they may get intercepted. Come on, go for him, go for him, go for him. Yep, the artillery is gone, guys. That was well worth it. And now we have a wow. This one unit is taking on like 4 times, like 4 extra. Oh no, 5 regiments. Talk about a beast unit. My goodness. So Russia is going to advance now as Italy's kind of in this Italy's kind of been hurt a lot in this battle. Gotten focused down here. What's all the running around for? Oh wow. So Russia did a bayonet charge here, hitting the flank of this French force that's been fighting for so long. And this is not something you want. You do not want Russia bayonet charging you. So, of course, they're going to reform, but look at this. We got some cav countercharging, some voltigeurs, and some line infantry who are going for the artillery. This may not end well. Oh, that's beautiful. Who is going to win? Who is going to break? I think France is too exhausted at this point. France may be maybe spent here. They need to push on this flank now if they want to break Prussia. And Russia's still doing a bayonet charge. In fact, they have a General Bagration himself in the back lines, destroying this French line. We got more cav charging, and France all of a sudden is in a lot of trouble, having lost this whole side. They do have some reserves here, but they just lost a lot of their infantry. Over here, France and Italy still trying to reignite this battle that they've been trying to win this whole time. It's gone back and forth. More cav, some dragoons from Prussia going maybe for the flank, going for the throat. Who is going to win? Who is going to get there first? Are the cav or are the infantry? Still going to maybe hurt the French, even though they did break the dragoons. Artillery still kicking, still in this. And this line is slowly, this force is slowly dwindled. They should join forces with them and advance. Over here, this is a newly formed line here, and if this winds down being a timer thing, as there's 15 minutes left, I would say this is a Prussian-Russian victory. If they can hold the LOCs they have. This artillery is still just punching holes in this French line. This French line maybe not being aggressive enough. And now the reserves are moving up, but man, they're getting shot to pieces. You got to turn these guys around. I would bayonet charge this infantry so you cannot be stuck in a line battle. And look at this. They're not advancing as much as I thought they would. I mean, Russia is moving up some guard units and some light infantry. And actually, this battle looks like it could easily turn into a French defeat. Easily. It doesn't take much, guys. Russia and Prussia have worked really well together. The teamwork has been the probably best teamwork I've seen in a game in a while. So well done on either side. Even if they lose, I mean, they did an excellent job.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, I mean, they would run eventually. Russia is now going to support this side. They've just bounced back and forth. Oh, here we go. We got some cuirassiers going for some French infantry. These guys cannot form square. Now, they may break these cuirassiers, but they did break at least one French infantry and possibly two here. Yep, they're going to break them. They are going to break the French on this side and cause the French to actually have to once again reform. Oh my goodness. This has become disastrous. Now this artillery is able to fire still. Oh my goodness. The flag bearer just got blasted to pieces. I saw the flag bearer die. What a pity. Still, this artillery is still in play. And gonna probably start doing some massive damage. This infantry is being shot in the side, which is gonna cause them to start breaking. Here we go, we got some cuirassiers going in probably for some artillery. Yep. Now, will they make it before they get volleyed into oblivion? That is the question. And it does break the artillery, but they're probably going to lose one of their last cav units. Oh, we got some hussars over here and still some artillery. France is still in this. Man, this artillery is doing some friendly fire. I think the French are going to lose over here. That's, oh my goodness. Is this a bayonet charge? Yes, it is. Going for the flank of this Italian force, that is going to really start to put, once again, another hole in the Italian army. Forcing them to fall back even more. Oh, an allied general has fallen against these hussars. What a shame. But you know what? You have to go for the throat sometimes. You know? So now, I would say this still could be a loss for the coalition. They got to hold for, what, another 11 minutes. Hey guys, welcome back. So my game crashed, and I had to go back and figure out where I was. I believe I was around here, so gonna try to get my bearings if I can. Kind of remember where I was at. So Prussia, Russia still fighting the French. Over here on this side, a lot of cav going in. I don't think actually these guys have been broken, so I can't remember where I was exactly at. I think these are reinforcements, but I'm not sure. Over here, the Ottomans... Oh, wow, I really have lost it, you know? Restarting a battle like this. So Prussia and Russia are still pushing on this small Italian-French force, although technically this force outnumbers the Prussians and Russians. But the artillery from this Russian and Prussian force definitely has this French army and Italian army totally outgunned. I mean, they're blasting the French armies to pieces here and forcing them to have to advance and neutralize. As you can see, guys getting blown to pieces here. So Italy kind of has to just fight this battle and take this engagement to the Prussians in Russia. Over here, Prussia still, my goodness, they're trying to hold off France. And actually, look at this 12-pounder, guys. They are sneaking around the side. What are they doing? And it looks like actually France may be trying to do a bayonet charge on the artillery. So we will see. Yep, they are going to do oh my goodness. They are getting blasted to pieces and getting countercharged by some units of infantry from Prussia who are being super watchful. But Prussia, guys, is definitely starting to waver here. I don't know where these artillerymen are going, but this is a problem. So Prussia, I mean, Russia thankfully is helping out, and the Allies definitely helping them on both sides here. Making sure that their ally doesn't break before they have finished with this left side. And France is closing in from two sides here. It actually looks like maybe this National Guard and Chasseurs are going to try to push and join up with this other French army. As you can see, they're kind of split up in between the Prussian units. And actually, we got some grenadiers coming out here. Those will be super crucial. As you can see, Prussia is breaking, guys. They don't have a whole lot left. In fact, this small force here, if I was France, I'd focus on this small force. This is the perfect little choice pickings right here, guys. This is what you want to hit. I mean, that's, you know, that's 6 units of infantry that you can kick out of this fight. Now, over here, it looks like Italy is being brave and going for the artillery with some of their guard. This may be super bad for them. I mean, gosh, this is gonna hurt. I can tell you that. I would get some canister shot possibly to gun these guys down. There's still 81 of them, but no, they break them. Now watch out, because there's more. We got some Italian infantry on this side going against the Russian artillery. So Italy's kind of trying to just knock them out as fast as possible. But Italy's starting to break on this side. Over here, Prussia and Russia are breaking in mass against the French, who have just done a encompassing attack on them. In fact, I think they're going to run for this building over here. I think that's what Russia is trying to do. It looks like they may get charged by some chasseurs. Oh no, oh, this isn't me. Brutal at close range. They are going to drop these infantry so fast, and Russia's going to lose even more to a, well-placed French movement. Here we go, got some units doing a bayonet charge. Like I said, if they can break all this, this is going to be a massive defeat for that side of the battlefield for Russia. We still have a general over here. We still have the grenadier, who I think is just going to stay here at this point. And Russia's going to try to rush across. I'm doing a bayonet charge here. They're going to break the Russians easily, and all that's left is this little Prussian force. Now, they have to hold for 7 minutes. They have to hold both of these and hope that the French don't try to take any other LOCs.
Our men are running, sir.
And actually, they have a solid defense right here. They could shift around and take this building. They can use the artillery. As I say, the horse artillery for Russia, Constantine, is actually limbering up, so they're probably going to make a stand in this village here. Prussia also probably going to make a stand, I hope. They're not multitasking elsewhere. Russia did get some infantry, not a whole lot, but they got a couple infantry units. They're rushing over here along with their general, and they are going to try to hold this house. I'm going to get bayonet charged and probably get broken by these these guard. This is a really good unit of French infantry. And now it is up. The French can definitely win this, guys. They have the numbers. It was a hard-fought battle for them, but they have the numbers now. They can definitely win this. Prussia is running. They're going to try to probably hold on the other side of this town. And France finally, very bloodied, but finally will take victory, I would say. I hope. For their sake. I mean, they've been fighting hard this whole time. They have a lot of artillery still that they have to deal with. Got artillery facing them. This is going to be nasty. And as you can see, there's some light infantry, I think, doing a bayonet charge. Yep. Over here, we got some cav charging it against a... No, the artillery. Oh, man. This is going to wipe out all of the artillery for the Russians, unfortunately. And that's going to make this last stand even gorier, unfortunately. Over here, Russia has some really good infantry going up against some really good infantry from France, so I don't know if they're able to hold. At this point, it's kind of looking like it's going to be a cleanup, but still, what a battle they had. What a battle. I mean, they are going to give the French a last stand to remember, as I would not want to be any of these units attacking this town where we have Prussia and Russia forming up, and I'm not sure, maybe they're going to be going for it over here. I mean, they only have 4 minutes. At this point, you want to hold. As now, Italy got bloodied this battle. I mean, they really took a beating. Thankfully, they have some really good units still, but they took a massive hit. They suffered the brunt of Prussia and Russia. Now, if I were these guys, they're really good units, I would maybe rest them a little bit and then charge this building. But like I said, guys, you have 4 minutes. The coalition has the houses, but not for much longer, I am sure. Oh, we have some cavalry still from Prussia. And actually, Russia is going to go over here and grab this 4-pointer, I'm assuming. Or the 1-pointer, just to kind of even the odds. Or do both. I mean, like I said, they have 3 minutes left. They are just stalling. France needs to do something here fast if they're going to win this battle. They have to take some buildings. Right now, they are still losing by LOC. Peek through the window here, you can see. Oh, well, don't ignore the guy. You can see they are starting to advance on this house. And I don't think they're going to give it up very easily. Now, you can probably shoot them into submission. But that's still going to be really tough to do. So if we look over here, yeah, they're just resting. I'm assuming they're going to... Oh, man, we have some more units that have kind of come back. A couple, actually. We have artillery. Wait, are they on the guns? They are on the guns. My goodness. Oh, and they took another building. So the Russians and Prussians may win by LOC. They may have outsmarted the French. And Prussia is going to hold here, as this is going to be their final stand. Stick to it, men. You know, they have to hold at some point, and there is 1 minute and 50 seconds left, as now the guard units are going to run up. Oh, they're going to get charged at close quarters, or shot at close quarters, but they're going to rush in, and this is where Russia needs to run up and flank. Attack these guys in the rear. And I think that's actually what they're going to do. But they're going to get countercharged by the other regiment from France. So this may actually end up being a victory for France here, unfortunately, as they also have some cav support. Yeah, these guys are eager, they're fresh, they are fresh. That is the thing. These guys are tired. And... oh, man, this artillery is still blasting away. But of course, yeah, Russia has committed... Oh my goodness, what is wrong? Russia has committed to taking the LOCs and trying to win that way, as there is 50 seconds left. France needs to take both LOCs. If you can see here, let me make the map bigger. Well, that's a 1-pointer, and this is a 1-pointer. So, if I'm not mistaken, Russia and Prussia are going to still win an LOC victory, which is well played. You know, playing strategically, not always just rushing in and winning, is wise. You know, that's a very good way to play a game. Just outsmart them. You don't have to beat them. Just outsmart them. And these guys are still getting shot by the guys up here in the top. And I don't know if France is going to be able to take this before the timer runs out, as there's 12 seconds. And I suspect that this is going to be GG's and a victory for Prussia and Russia. Well done, holding the positions that they have.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh gosh, every time I do this, it ruins it. So I believe, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure this is a Russian-Prussian victory. As you see, the losses were substantial. Italy losing the most on that side, but they got pushed by, you know, Russia and Prussia at the same time. They got wrecked. That was a beautiful push that they just were unable to hold back. So, awesome battle. Sorry, guys, so much for... This would have been posted yesterday, but like I said, it crashed, and I was kind of tired, so did it today. Really fast, for any of you that are still sticking around till the very end of the video, my schedule's changing, so no videos until Friday now. I'm going to be doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and hopefully posting also a video on Monday. That's the plan. I'm going to try to stick to that. Thank you guys for being so understanding, especially with the holidays being so crazy, and I have to work still. So I really enjoy these, and thank you all so much. We're almost to 200 subscribers, which is crazy. I mean, I've started 9 months ago now, I believe. It's about 9 months. So to have jumped that far is awesome, and I really do appreciate it. I think that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this battle. You guys stay safe, have a great rest of your holiday, and I will catch you all in another video.